Chuvit claims Chinese gangster billionaire may be still at large in Thailand, as is his executive jet. The former candidate for Governor of Bangkok, underworld figure and massage parlor boss has emerged as an unlikely campaigner against huge flows of corrupt money flowing into Thailand. It is understood that Chuvit Kamolvisit has already supplied the Royal Thai Police with valuable and useful information, which has led to a high-profile task force launching a huge crackdown and widening probe, which is now pursuing Thai nationals who acted as nominees and facilitators for the drug trafficking gangs. Former massage parlor and underworld boss Chuvit Kamolvisit has ramped up his campaign to draw attention to disturbing and rampant activity linked to wealthy Chinese drug trafficking billionaires who have been channeling illicit funds into assets and illegal business activities in Thailand. This week, Mr. Chuvit is due in Parliament to pass on information to a key committee investigating the matter, while, on Monday, he petitioned the Department of Special Investigation, DSI, and the Minister of Justice, Mr. Somsak at a meeting with officials at the ministry in Bangkok. Over the weekend, Mr. Chuvit, a former Bangkok-based politician, claimed that an executive jet owned by the biggest Chinese drug traffic kingpin was currently being maintained at a Thai aviation center in the south, while he also claimed the powerful and wealthy mafia figure, according to his information, may still be in Thailand and hidden by associates. On Monday, the secretary to the Minister of Justice, Somsak Lieutenant Thanakrit Chitarirat, received the former politician and underworld figure Mr. Chuvit Kamolvisit at the Ministry of Justice in Bangkok. Mr. Chuvit handed over information to the ministry in relation to the activities of a Chinese drug trafficker in Thailand who attempted to launder illicit funds into businesses, assets and other illegal activities in the kingdom. Mr. Chuvit, on Saturday, at a press conference in Bangkok, told reporters that he believed the kingpin may still be in Thailand and was being hidden by underworld associates. Former massage parlor tycoon and politician, Chuvit Kamolvisit, is pushing an all-out campaign this week in pursuit of one particular Chinese mafia kingpin who he claims may be still living in Thailand under the protection of powerful interests with links to the criminal underworld. Last week, a top police task force led by Deputy National Police Commissioner General Chuvit Kamolvisit revealed that his officers were on the trail of a widening network of people linked to 5 Chinese drug trafficking kingpins, some of whom were understood to have left Thailand on private jets initially headed for Singapore. Interpol arrest warrants for key kingpins, while others have been arrested before they fled the kingdom. General Chuvit had promised that Interpol arrest warrants would be issued for those who successfully fled the country, while others were arrested by the Royal Thai Police before they could escape the police net. Net set to widen on Chinese money gangs, top police officer warns of powerful financial interests. It is understood that Mr. Chuvit had supplied information and intelligence to assist the high-level police task force, with sources within police acknowledging the former underground boss had provided useful and by and large, accurate information. This intelligence has led to Mr. Chuvit, who insists that he is leading a campaign on this issue as a concerned citizen, being involved in a disagreement with a mid-level police officer of the Royal Thai Police, reportedly a colonel who, according to the former politician, has been either suspended or removed from government service as the investigation into the extensive Chinese criminal network gathers pace. Fears that powerful mafia gangs may use legal processes to frustrate efforts to expose their activities. Mr. Chuvit has named the wealthy Chinese mafia figure in his briefings to the Thai media, but we have not named the individual or the police officer after a warning from General Chuvit Kamolvisit last week that the police are currently dealing with a powerful criminal network with vast resources who may resort to using the legal system and legitimate fronts to suppress or hinder efforts to uproot them and their investments in Thailand. Because of this, General Chuvit said that police were moving surely but also carefully as they progress their investigation, but that they would not be deterred and that arrest warrants will be issued for further suspects. On November 19, Mr. Chuvit gave a press conference at the Davis Hotel on Sukhumvit Swa 24 in Bangkok, in which he gave details of the movements of Mr. DX, the Chinese kingpin who he claims is the biggest grey money investor linked with racketeering in the country. Mr. Chuvit revealed that on October 29 last, 3 days after the breakthrough raid on a nightclub in Sathorn by hundreds of Metropolitan Police Bureau officers, a private Cessna executive jet was flown to both Phuket and Hua Hin near a location where he claimed it is currently being held at a restricted area of an aviation facility. Kingpin tracked by Chuvit, by far the biggest Chinese billionaire criminal money laundering in Thailand. The former underworld figure showed photos of the jet on the runway and details of its flight plan and current whereabouts, which he linked to the criminal kingpin. He said the plane was currently listed as being kept at the aviation facility for maintenance purposes. Chuvit revealed he had prepared details to hand over to the police. Mr. Chuvit claimed the kingpin he was tracking represented, by far, the biggest Chinese investor in Thailand linked to grey capital and was involved in laundering money obtained from illicit sources into other illegal ventures in the country. The former massage parlour boss, who later turned into a popular Bangkok politician, and who has served time in prison, told reporters that, as far as he knew, the wealthy Chinese figure has not yet been the subject of an arrest warrant. Mr. Chuvit also believes Mr. DX is connected to some Thai politicians. Transferred assets including valuable real estate and a Rolls-Royce car to a nephew acting as a nominee. Chuvit told the media that the Chinese man had recently transferred assets worth billions of baht into the name of a nephew who was holding them as a nominee. This included valuable real estate and a Rolls-Royce car. The former Bangkok gangster has been threatened with legal proceedings by a recently suspended police officer and others over his revelations to the press and the intelligence he has passed on to police even before the raid by the Royal Thai Police on an elite Chinese-only nightclub in the Yanawa area of Bangkok and Sathorn in the early hours of October 26 last. Chinese links to nightlife, underworld and police collusion being investigated in drugs crackdown. It is reported that Mr. Chuvit has given the full file on his research into the Chinese mafia groups to the respected leader of the Seri Room Thai Party, Police General Siripasutha Mayaves, who is a former National Police Commissioner and has made a name for himself in this current parliament by standing up for the rule of law and a determination to fight corruption. Evidence lodged with the Ministries of Finance and Justice by Mr. Chuvit as he prepared to visit Parliament this week and commence legal proceedings. On Monday, Mr. Chuvit revealed that he had sent information in his possession regarding the financial trail of the wealthy Chinese kingpin who he alleges is involved in money laundering the proceeds of drug trafficking, to the Ministry of Finance so that experts in money laundering working within government agencies can forensically study it, glean intelligence and ultimately initiate proceedings to seize the assets of the criminal mastermind. On Monday also, Mr. Chuvit visited the Ministry of Justice in Bangkok where he had a meeting with the acting secretary to the minister, Lieutenant Thanakrit Jitararat. Mr. Chuvit passed on a letter and details for the attention of the Minister of Justice, Somsak Sutin, to the senior ministerial officials who received him. Mr. Chuvit also met Lieutenant Colonel Yutana Pradum, the Deputy Director of the Department of Special Investigation, DSI, and presented him with his evidence relating to financial transactions and intelligence gathered relating to the activities of the drug kingpin in Thailand. Department of Special Investigation, DSI, boss said his police agency will take 2 weeks to review the information including the facts and legal position. Police Lieutenant Colonel Yutana said it would take officers 2 weeks to review the detailed evidence and to follow up on all points made by Mr. Chuvit, particularly in relation to money laundering activities and allegations that the Chinese businessman had been involved, at some point, in public procurement projects. The Department of Special Investigation, DSI, official said that the legal situation as well as the facts disclosed by Mr. Chuvit would all be tested. Mr. Chuvit made the submission on Monday while requesting the Special Police Agency to declare the activity of the Chinese grey money billionaire in Thailand as a special case warranting further investigation. Afterwards, Mr. Chuvit spoke openly about being pursued by legal proceedings initiated by a former police officer believed to have been previously assigned a special branch because of his allegations and submission to various sections of the Royal Thai Police agencies. Chuvit to be a plaintiff in court, a first, he tells reporters, in his campaign as an ordinary citizen. He revealed that in the next few days he would be initiating criminal proceedings himself in relation to the matter as well as civil proceedings encompassing a 100 million lawsuit, which, Mr. Chuvit pointed out to the media would be the first time he had gone to court as a plaintiff in an action. The colorful Bangkok character addressed reports that the former police officer had sought a tax investigation into his affairs related to Mr. Chuvit's previous ownership of massage parlors in Bangkok by suggesting that his involvement in such business enterprises had long ceased. Police unearthed huge new threat from Chinese drug cartels with 300 million seized in Bangkok. Mr. Chuvit also revealed that he would be attending Parliament this week to meet members of a key committee investigating the investment of illicit or grey money by businessmen with Chinese links in property and business assets, an issue that has caused grave public unease in Thailand since the end of October as news of police investigations and seizures have begun to emerge. Not seeking witness protection. Mr. Chuvit said he would make available to key officials on a committee looking into the matter in Parliament, his information and research before any public hearings. He told reporters that he was not looking for protection under Thailand's witness protection program as he was well used to death threats on his life. He explained he was undertaking this exercise as a service to the Thai people who he knew were very concerned about the threat. He emphasized that time and speed were of the essence, right now, before this particular kingpin moved his assets again and covered his tracks.